Okay. Good evening, all. Everyone can hear me? Online students, is my voice is loud and clear? Okay, done. Done, guys. So in the last class, we are discussing about the loops concept, right? So within the loops, I have discussed about the for loop. So what is meant by loops means it is nothing but repeating the code, iteration. Loops are nothing but iterative, and they are nothing but repeat the block of code. Whatever the block of code you are having, repeat the block of code for multiple times. Repeating the block of code for multiple times. Okay, repeating the block of code for multiple times is called as loops. Out of which for loop. Coming to the for loop, what is meant by for loop? For loop means for each value. For each value in the sequence, for each value in sequence, repeat the block of code. Repeat the block of code. So for each value in the given sequence, repeat the block of code. Whether the sequence might be a range, the sequence might be a tuple, the sequence might be a list, the sequence might be in terms of string or anything, right? So for each value in the given sequence, repeat the block of code is called as for loop. So what it is going to do? So there will be a block of code, certain lines of code. Block of code is nothing but certain lines of code. Set of lines of code. Okay. If the condition is satisfied means these everything will be executed. If the condition is not satisfied means everything will not be executed. That is called as lines of block of code. Means work at a time or doesn't work at a time. Then it is called as block. What is the difference between a normal lines of code versus block of lines of code? For example, you are having 5 lines. 5 lines is this is a block. This is normal 5 lines. Then what is the difference means? Here there is no condition between them. For example, this line and this line, both are independent to each other. Whereas block of code, the second line is dependent on the first line. First line is dependent like this. Everything are connected. So here, if you are considering the for loop means, based on the for loop, the entire block will be executed. If you are considering if means, based on the condition, the entire block will be considered. So works means everything will work. If it doesn't work means none of them will work. But inside that, you can't execute one line of code, whatever the choice you want, right? That is not possible. Now, so this is the thing which we have discussed in the last class about the for loops. Now, within the for loops, we are having nested for loop. Nested for loop means nested for means within the for loop. Within for loop, we are having one more for loop. One more for loop is called as nested for loop. And next, we have discussed about the break. Now, what is meant by break? If you want to break the loop in between, then we are going to use the concept called as break. And continue. What is meant by continue? Continue means it is going to continue to the next value in the sequence. Sir, automatically for loop will continue to the next value in the sequence, right? Yes. If you write the continue in the last, if you write also it will continue. If you don't write also it will continue. There is no use of writing continue within the for loop at the last. So if you don't write also, automatically it will be continued to the next number in the sequence. If you write also, it will continue to the next number. If you don't write also, it will continue to the next number. Then what is the use of writing continue means? Now, if you write continue and below to that, the below to that will not be executed. It will continue to the next number directly from here without seeing the down part of the continue. If there is no down part of the continue, automatically the continue is the last one. Means from here again, it will continue to the next number. There will be no difference. So that is break and continue. And last one is for loop with else. We have discussed for loop with else. Means the entire loop was executed successfully without any break. Then else part also will be executed. No break means else will be executed. If break got executed, no else. Just both are opposite to each other. Else will not be executed, right? So these are the things which we have discussed in the previous class. Now in today's class, we are going to discuss the next concept is called as while loop. Next one is called as while loop. Now thing is common. What is common is loop. Loop means repeat the block of code. Repeat the block of code is common. Now this is called as loop. Now we have to discuss only what is meant by while. Loop means repeat. It is also loop. Loop means again repeat the block of code. Again you have some kind of block of code, and this block of code will be repeated. Similar kind of how we are having for and block of code, and based on this one we are executing this block of code. Now based on this one we are going to execute the while block. Now what is meant by while block? While block is going to work based on the condition. While block will work on the condition. What is the syntax? What is the syntax of while loop? Means the syntax of while loop is you have to write while, after that you have to write here one condition. Sir, what is meant by condition? How you have written for if? If after the if, how you have written the condition in the similar manner. What are the different options we are having? One, comparison operators. Either by using the comparison operators, or by using the logical operators, or by membership operators, or identity operators. By using any of the operators, we have got the answer either true or false. Do you remember the if condition, right? If it is true means execute the if block. If the condition is false means don't execute the if block. The same to same. Similarly here also the same. You are going to write while. After while you have to write some condition. How you have written the condition here, similarly you have to write the condition. And what it is going to do, if this condition is true, it will execute the block of code. If the condition is false, it will not execute the block of code. Got the point? If the condition is true means it will execute the block of code. If the condition is false means it will not execute the block of code. Sir, now, okay, fine sir. Let us take like this. While, let us take like this. While x value is equal to some 5, x is less than 6. Okay, x is less than 6, print srk. Okay, this is the one. Now what happens? First x is equal to 5. X is less than 6. 5. What is x value? 5. So 5 is less than 6. Is the condition is true or false? True. Since the condition is true, execute the block of code of while. Now execute the block. Okay, I am executing the block as print srk. Okay, executed. One time executed. Now from this what it is going to happen? Again it will come back? No. So one time only it is going to execute. Now it has to execute for multiple times. Now what I have to do? Then simple. For example, let us take like this. Example of x is equal to 1. Now 1 is less than 6. Print srk means it will print the srk completed. Now from here again it will come back here. Now again 1. Now what is the difference between the if condition? If you write the same thing, if condition. If you write the same thing between the if and while, what is the difference between these two? Let us see like this. Let me explain with a code. Okay. So first I am going to take x is equal to 1. Okay. If I am writing if, normal if x is less than 5, I am keeping less than 5, print. I am writing print ds. What is the output of this one? Since x value is equal to 1, first line will be executed. It is going to create an object of 1 and x. Now 1 is less than 5. Condition is true or false? True. Condition is true means if block will be executed or not execute. Then what is the output of this one? ds. So it is going to print the ds since the condition is true. Now the same code as it is copy and I am pasting here. But instead of if, I am writing here while. The only difference is I am writing while. Now let us observe what is this. Now, once I execute, it is going to print multiple times ds, 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 ds. Now, what is the difference means? Here, it is going to check the condition for one time. Check condition for one time. But whereas here, check the condition for multiple times. It is going to check the condition for multiple times. So first it is going to check the first time. First it will check for first time. 1 is less than 5. Yes, condition is true. Print ds. Okay. Now from here, again it will come back to here. Because while is a loop. While is a loop, not a conditional statement. That is the difference between the if condition versus while. If both are them same means, then why to create one more? So here what they have done is, if you want to check the condition for one time means, go with the if, and they have kept the name as conditional statement. Conditional statement. Statement means one time. Whereas this is called as loop. Loop means repeat. What you have to repeat? This one you have to repeat. Whatever the inside the while block is there, you have to repeat. How many times you have to repeat? Till the condition is satisfied. Now, if you observe here, 1 is less than 5, print ds. After that, again it will come back to here. Now, again x value is 1. Again condition satisfied. Again print ds. Again it will come back. Again 1. Again condition satisfied. Multiple times it is satisfying the condition. So, multiple times it is printing. Now, how many times the condition is satisfied? That many times it will print. So, how many times it will print means infinite number of times it will print, which is called as infinite loop. This concept is called as infinite number of loop. Now, sir, when this one will fail, means when it will stop. When the condition fail only it will stop. How the condition will fail, sir? Here you have not written anything, but if I write here, x is equal to x plus 1. Now what happens? Let us stop this one because it is infinite loop. I am stopping the kernel. By clicking on this, I am stopping this one. Now, let us re-execute the code like this. Okay, once again I am executing. Yes, just give me a minute. Done. Now, so here what I am going to do is, while x is less than 5, print ds, x is equal to x plus 1. Now let us see. First it is going to take x is equal to 1. Now 1 is less than 5. Condition satisfied? Condition satisfied means what it has to do? Execute the block of code. What is there inside the block of code? Print ds. So ds will be printed. After that, x is equal to x plus 1. Now what is the latest x value? 2. Now from here again, where it is going to go? Here. It will go to here. Now it is going to check x less than 5. Now what is the latest value of x? 2. 2 is less than 5. Since again condition satisfied, execute the block of code. It is going to execute the block of code, that is print ds, and x is equal to x plus 1, which is nothing but 3. Again from this line, again it will go back to here. Now 3 is less than 5. Since 3 is less than 5, again it is going to satisfy the condition, print ds. So ds will be printed, along with that x is equal to x plus 1, which is nothing but 4. Now again from here it will go back to here, that is 4 is less than 5, ds, and x is equal to x plus 1, which is nothing but 5. Now again from here it will go back to here. Now this time 5 is less than 5. Condition true or no? So it will stop. Loop will stop. While loop, whatever the while loop is there, it will stop and will come down to the while loop. After the while loop, what is that down? Below to the while loop, what is there? Nothing is there. So it is not going to do nothing. But for example, let us take like this. Here, print srk, something you are having, print srk, something like this. Now while block is completed. After completing of while block with this one, now it will come down and it will print the srk. So now what is the overall answer of this one is? ds, 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 4 ds and 1 srk is the output of this. Srk is irrespective of the loop. Whatever the block of code is there, it is irrespective of the block of code. Okay, is that clear? 4 ds and 1 srk is that, understand now? So just what it is going to do, it is checking the condition till the condition satisfies, it will execute the block of code. Whenever the condition fail only, it will fail. Till that it will work. So never the condition fails means it is called as infinite loop. For example, I am writing like this: while true, directly answer itself I am writing true. Forget about the condition, I am only saying the answer is true. While true, and if you write inside the block of code print ds. Now how many times it is going to print means infinite number of times it is going to print it. After this it will come back to here, again condition is true, again come back, condition is true, again it will come back, again it will come back, again it will come back, multiple times it will come back, and every time it is condition is true means infinite loop. That is called as infinite loop. Simply to say, while true is called as infinite loop. Or while 1 is less than 5, every time fix it, right? 1 is less than 5, whatever the block of code is there, from here again it will come back to here, again it will check 1 is less than 5 only. It will not change the value. Again it will check 1 is less than 5 only. Every time it will come back, but every time 1 is less than 5, 1 is less than 5. Every time condition is true. Every time condition is true means every time it will execute the while block. Got the point? You can write simply while true, or you can write while 1 is less than 5, or 2 is less than 5, 3 is less than 5, 4 is less than 5. Every time the condition is satisfying. So when this while block will stop means, now what is the difference between the for block and for loop versus while loop? We are having only 2 loops. In the Python, only 2 loops are available. One is called as for loop and one is called as while loop. Now what is the difference between both of them is, common thing is repeat the code. Repeat for block. Here it is going to repeat the for block. Here it is going to repeat the while block. Repeat the code is common. Repeating the block of code is common in both of them. Here the syntax is, for you have to write something colon. Here you have to write while something and colon. And here you have to write the block of code which is called as, this one is called as for block, and here you are going to write a block of code which is called as while block. Now what is the difference between both of them is, it is going to work for each value in sequence. For each value in the sequence is called as for loop. Till the condition execute the code is called as while loop. Till condition satisfies. Till condition satisfies, execute. For each value in the sequence, execute the code, execute for block. For each value in the sequence, execute the for block. Till condition satisfy, execute the while block. That is the difference between both of them. Till condition satisfies, execute the while block. Sir, inside this can I write the break? Yes, here you can write the break. Here also you can write the break. Why sir? Why break? Whenever you require anything, you want to stop in between, write the break. Here how to write the break? In between you are going to use some if condition, and within the if condition break. Here also same, if condition, and whenever this condition is satisfied, break. Break means what? Stop immediately the loop. Break means stop the loop immediately. Whatever was happened in the for loop block, same to same. Now what is the else part? For loop with else, what is meant by else here? If the no break was executed means the entire loop was executed successfully without any break, else also should be printed. The same thing, while with else. The entire while loop was executed without any break, else will be executed. If the while loop is breaked in between, else will not be executed. Same to same, whatever we are having for loop, same to same. The only difference between both of them is, here for each value it will work till the condition satisfies. If the values in the sequence, for example list is equal to 1 2 3 4 5, how many times it is going to execute? 5 times. Here how many times it is going to execute? Till the condition satisfied. Automatically once all the values in the sequence are completed, automatically it will stop. When the condition failed, automatically it will also stop. Right? Now next one is called as infinite number of loop. Next one is infinite loop. The third loop is called as infinite loop. What is meant by infinite loop means multiple times it will work. Now multiple times it will work. When it is going to stop means whenever you want the while infinite loop, whenever you are writing the infinite loop, inside that you have to use the break statement. Means whenever your condition satisfied, automatically it will break. When I'm going to use infinite loop, then means, for example, I don't know how many iterations I have to do. I don't know exact answer. Then I'm going to use the while loop. If I know before itself, then I will go with the for loop. So we'll see with examples, multiple examples one by one. Okay, this is only one example we have seen, right? Multiple examples. Next 1 hour, we are going to cover 10 to 15 examples so that you will get a full clarity on the while loop. Okay. Now, let us take this example. X is equal to 0. 0 is less than or equal to 6. Yes, condition satisfied. So it is going to execute the while block. Inside the while block, what it has to do? First print X. X means 0. 0 will be printed. Now X is equal to 1. Now 1 is less than or equal to 6. Again, condition satisfied. First time it is printed 0. Now 1. Since 1 is also satisfying, it is going to print 1. Now 2. 2 is satisfying the condition, so it is also printing the 2. After printing 2, now X is equal to 3. Now 3 is less than or equal to 6. Again, condition satisfied. So print 3. Now X value is equal to 4. Now 4 is less than or equal to 6. Condition satisfied. Print 4 and X is equal to 5. 5 is less than or equal to 6. Yes, condition satisfied. 5 is print 5 and X is equal to 6. 6 is less than or equal to 6. Yes, again condition satisfied. So print 6 and X is equal to 7. 7 is less than or equal to 6. Condition failed. So it will come out of the while block. Out of while block, what is there? Nothing is there. So it will stop. Now what is the answer? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is the answer of this one. Is that clear? Right? Now, let us see the next example. X is equal to 8. For X value greater than or equal to 6, print X. X is equal to X minus 1. Now, first 8. 8 is greater than 6. Satisfied. So, print 8. 8 will be printed. X is equal to X minus 1. That is 7. From here, again, it will go back to here. That is 7 is greater than or equal to 6. Condition satisfied. Condition satisfied means print X. So 7 will be printed and now X value is equal to 6. Again 6 is greater than or equal to 6. Again condition satisfied. Print X. That is 6 and X value is equal to X minus 1, which is 5. Now 5 is less than greater than or equal to 6. Condition failed. So it will come out of the loop. Out of the loop, nothing is there. So X is equal to 7, 6 and 5. It is going to print 7, 6 and 5. This is the answer of this code. 876. Okay, whatever 876 is there, 876 it is going to print. Is that clear, guys? Now, if you don't write this one, if you don't write this X is equal to X plus 5, X minus 1, what happens? First, 8 is greater than or equal to 6. Print X. 8 will be printed. Again, it will go back to here. Now, what is the X value? 8 only. So, 8 is greater than or equal to 6. Again, condition satisfied. Print X. What is X? 8. Again, it will go back here. Like this, it is going to print the 8 only for infinite number of times. If you don't do this one, miss, automatically it will happen. Just here inside X is equal to plus is there, minus is there, whether you are doing the addition or subtraction, it will not do anything. Just it will check only one thing is called as condition. Condition satisfier, okay, inside the while block, whatever is there, it will print. It will execute inside the while block. Whatever the while block is there, it will execute. It will just work based on the condition. Is that clear? Now, let us take an example like this. Write a program for the product of n natural numbers. Here one code line is there. Write a program for the product of n natural numbers. If you remember the same program, write a program for the product of n natural numbers. Product of n natural numbers. The same program we have written in the for loop. Now for loop, what we have done is first initialization. I have taken the initialization 1. Okay, that is nothing but product. Whatever the initial product is there, the product initial value as 1. Whenever sum they have asked, the initialization we are going to take as 0. Whenever they are asking product miss, we are going to take the initialization as 1. Now for I in range of 1 to So n natural numbers, ask the user to enter the value. So enter the value int of input of. So let us take, he has entered the 5. So here n plus 1. 5 also should be included, means n plus 1. Now what we are going to do, p is equal to p into I. P is equal to p into I, and finally we are going to print the p, whatever the product value is there, right? Now first, for example, I have taken the value as 5. Assume I have taken the value as 5, or for simple example I'm going with 3. Simple. Okay, for example 3. Now for I in range of 1 to 4, 1 to 4 means 1 2 3 only. So first it is going to take I value is equal to 1. 1 into 1, what is initial p value? 1. 1 into 1 is, p is nothing but equal to p into I. What is p value? 1. I value 1. Now what is the latest p value? That is 1 into 1, which is equal to 1. Now after that, now p is equal to 1 is as it is. Now but I value has changed to 2. Now p value is equal to p into I, that is nothing but 1 into 2, which is nothing but 2. Now p value has changed to 2 and I value changed to 3. Now p value is equal to p into I, that is nothing but, what is the p value? 2 into 3, which is nothing but 6. Now finally, what is the final p value? Miss 6 is the answer. So I'm going to get the 6. This is by using the for loop. For example, if you are having 4 and 5, for example, let us take up to 5. This is 5. Now what happens? You are having 4 and 5. Now what is the latest p value? P value is 6. I value is equal to 4. P is equal to p into I, that is 6 into 4, 24. P value is 24. Now p value 24 with I is equal to 5. P is equal to p into I, which is nothing but 24 into 5, which is 120. Now what is the last p value? Miss 120. If you go with the product of n natural numbers, n is equal to 5, miss 120 is the answer if you apply the for loop. Now the same logic I want using the while loop. While loop, same to same. Logic should be the same. Working also should be the same. Everything should be the same. First one, n is equal to, you have to ask the user. Same to same. N is equal to int of input of. Ask the user to enter the value. Okay, entered. He has entered once again 5. In this case also entered 5. Initialization, you are going to do the p is equal to 1. And inside you are going to multiply p into I only. This is also common. Block of code also common. Now instead of for loop, you have to go with the while loop. While till how many times you have to execute this one? From where you have to start? From 1 you have to start. That one you take here. I is equal to 1. I is equal to 1. 1 from 1 to where? Up to what number you have to take?
6.
Up to 5. So I less than or equal to 5. Now automatically it will take from 1 to 5 only, right? Same to same. 1 to 5 here, how you are considering 1 to 5 range of how you are writing, the same thing I am writing here. That's it. In terms of condition wise, I am writing. The same thing I am writing here, the condition wise. Got the point? Is that clear? Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. Here also I is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. Not going to change. Initially I is equal to 1 I am considering, and 1 is less than or equal to 5, and every time I am going to increase the I value to 1. That's it. Same code as it is. The working principle also remains same. Inside also it will be executing the same. First it will execute this one, followed by this one, followed by this one, followed by this one, followed by this one. Now what is the difference? Here the for loop is there. This for loop you have converted as a while loop. The same to same as it is. Now here what happens? I values of different I values it is going to consider. First 1, followed by 2, followed by 3, followed by 4, followed by 5. It is going to consider different I values. Here also what it is going to happen? First I value is equal to 1, it will start. After that I is equal to 2. After that I is equal to 3. I is equal to 4. I is equal to 5. Automatically I is equal to 6 means condition fail, right? Condition fail means it will not execute the while block. Same to same. Same I values. Here you are considering in a sequential order. Here you are condition based on the condition wise. What is the difference between both of them? Got the point? Is that clear? Difference between while loop and for loop. Sir, if both of them are same, then you can execute the for loop only now. Why you have to create while loop separately and why you are writing all these things? Means some advantages are there. With while loop, some advantages are there. I'll show you some codes where you can't execute them using the for loop. In that case, while loop will be better. In some cases, for loop will be better. Now, for example, sir, in the interview, they asked you the question, for product of n natural numbers, write the code. Assume this is the same question was asked in the interview. Now, what I have to write? Choice is yours. Anything of your choice, whichever you feel easy, that is the best one. For example, in the interview, they asked, write the program for the product of n natural numbers using the for loop. If they have given in the question using for loop, means this is the only answer. This is not the answer. Using the while loop, they have given in the question using while loop, means this is the answer. This is not the answer. If in the question they have clearly mentioned using the for loop or using while loop, means you have to select accordingly. If they have not given the either while loop or for loop, they have not given anything, you can select as per your choice. Absolutely no problem. Is that clear? So let us see this one. Write n is equal to int of input of number, p is equal to 1, p is equal to p into I. Just to take this one, I am going to consider initially I is equal to 1 and I is equal to I plus 1. Just simple. Before writing this program, let me execute one more program in between. For I in range of 1, 5, print I. What is the answer of this one? 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 5 also should be included, means up to 6. I am going to take 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The same thing as it is, it has to be printed using the while loop. How I have to print using the while loop? This one. While I less than or equal to 5. Less than or equal to 5. And I is equal to, inside that, you are going to write print I. Print I. And after printing I is equal to I plus 1. But you have to initialize your I value with 1. If you don't initialize I value with 1, it is throwing the error. It will throw the error, that name error. Where is I? You have to give the first one, right? Otherwise, starting only I is less than or equal to 5 means from where is I is there. So something you have to write. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to write the I is equal to 1. Sir, why you have to write I is equal to 1 here? You write directly I is equal to 1 here only. Then what happens if I write I is equal to 1? From here again it will come back to here. Now again it will check the condition 1 is less than or equal to 5. Do not check I is less than or equal to 5. Every time 1 is less than or equal to 5 means every time condition is true only, right? So infinite loop, it is going to be converted as infinite loop. So that is the reason why we have to write here I is equal to, first you have to take I is equal to 1, and here you have to take with respect to I. Now different I values it is going to select. Now same answer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, same 1. Got the point now? It is clear. What is the difference between while loop versus for loop? In the for loop, you are going to write like this. In the while loop, you are going to write like this. Answer is same. So wherever you have to write this one, just remember, wherever you have to use this one, in that case, use this concept. This is equivalent to this one. Simply to say, for I in range of I 1 to n plus 1. If this is the question, if this is the case, means this same to same is equivalent to while loop. I is equal to 1 to while I is less than or equal to your n plus 1. Both are same. This one and this one both are same. Inside whatever the block you want, you write. Inside this, whatever the block you have to write, right. But every time you have to do I is equal to I plus 1. This one and this one are same. Okay. Got the point? This is for loop and this is while loop. Is that clear? Now, so just here range function, for example, range you are starting with 0 means start with 0. Range with 10 you are starting means initialize with 10. Whatever the number is there, write the number here. The starting point you write here. And range by default, increment is plus 1. So for example, you are writing the range. Range is equal to 2 to 10 with an increment of 5. Assume this is the case. First value you have to select as 2 up to 10. 10 means you have to take here also equal to 10, less than or equal to means just write n only. If it is less than only means write n plus 1. If you are writing less than symbol only means n plus 1. If you are considering only less than or equal to means just go with n only. Okay, now this is equal to 10. This is equal to your 10. And whatever the increment is there, I is equal to I plus 5. This increment you have to write here. Now here what is the answer? Print I. If I ask print I, what is the answer of this one? 2, 7, 12, 17. Right? Every time it is going to add the plus 5 for that. First it is going to take 2. After 2, it is going to increase the 5 plus 5. Increment of 5 means what is now I value? 7. So you are going to take the 7. After that it is going to increase 5. 12. After that it is going to increase 5, 17. So this is the output of this particular one. Now here also if you write the print I, what is the answer of this? Sorry, 10 only, right? 10 means, okay. 2 and 7, only 2 and 7, my mistake. I thought this is 20, okay. So 2 and 7, so automatically this one also equal to 2 and 7. For this one also it is 2 and 7. Print I is common. Here whatever the print I is there, here also I am writing print I. First number I have to take here, second number I have to take here, third number I have to take here. Got the point? That is the difference between while loop versus for loop. Is that clear? Now, let us go with this. Find the product of all numbers in a list. Using for loop or using while loop, they have not mentioned. You can select as per your choice. Using for loop also the same example we have done. Using while loop also we are going to do the same example. Now I have shown you earlier range function, how to change the range function from for loop to while loop. Now I am showing you how to convert the string or a tuple or something in a sequence, how to select. Just here you are going to take the, for I is equal to 0, I is less than or length of the list. What is the length of the list? 5. So you are going to consider the length of the list t into list of 0. List of 0 means index number. Why I have selected 0, why I have not selected 1 means index number start with 0. That is the reason I have kept the 0 as the initialization. Why p is equal to 1 I have taken? Because it is a product. This is related to product. This is related to sequence of list. This is related to index number. This is related to index number because index numbers of list start from 0. That is the reason I have taken 0. And now what I'm going to do, each time I'm going to increase the index number, and based on the index number, every time I'm going to extract that value. Now here the same to same. Let us say like this. For I in list is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. L is common. For I in L, print I. What is the output of this? First it is going to take 1, print I. 1 will be 2, 3, 4, 5. This is for loop. Same to same in while loop. Now how I have to write miss? First you have to write I is equal to 0. That is index. Simply to say, I will write directly index only. The name also I will write index. Index is equal to 0. While. Okay. Now while your index, whatever the index number is there, index is less than. What is the maximum index number you can have? What is the maximum index number? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Means total length of list, whatever the list is there, than that list, it is less than 1 only. So can I take index is less than or equal to length of L minus 1? Or can I write index is less than length of L? Is both are same? Just observe. What is the length of L? 5. 5 minus 1. Index is maximum value can be 4. That is 0. After that 1, 2, 3, 4. In the above case it is 4. In the below case, index is less than 5. Means starting with 0 means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Both are same only, right? In this case or in this case, both are same only. So which one you want, you can select. So what I'm going to do is, just I'm going to write index is less than length of L colon. Now I'm going to print just instead of printing I am going to print the L of index. Print L of index, and next index is equal to index plus 1. Now what happens? First index is equal to 0. 0 is less than 5. Condition satisfied? Condition satisfied means what it has to do? Print L of index. What is L of index? What is the index value? 0. L of 0. What is in the L of 0? 1. So it is going to print the 1 first. Now index value is equal to index plus 1. Now what is index value? 1. 0 plus 1, 1. Now it is going to check 1 is less than 5. Condition satisfied. Now L of 1. What is in L of 1? Next index is equal to 2. Now 2 will be done here. 2 is less than 5. Again condition satisfied. L of 2. What is in L of 2? 3. Now index value is equal to 3. 3 is less than 5. L of 3. What is in L of 3? 4. Now index is equal to 4. 4 is less than or less than 5. Condition satisfied. L of 4. What is in L of 4? Now index is equal to 5. 5 is less than 5. Is condition satisfied? No. So what is the output? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is for loop. This is while loop. Got the point? So here the whatever the in operator you are having with respect to the sequence, that will be converted like L of index. That is the only difference. Here you have to take L of index. Is that clear? So in the above case, we have, for example, let us take like this. Earlier example, what we have done? For I in range of 1 to 6, P is equal to P into I, where P is equal to 1, and you are going to finally print the P. What is the output of this? 120 is the output. Correct. Earlier only we have seen. Okay. Same code, and I'm writing like this. P is equal to 1, but while loop, using the while loop, while I is less than or equal to 5. So I is equal to 1. P is equal to P into I. Okay. And print P. Right. Now I is equal to I plus 1. I is equal to I plus 1. Now same answer I'm going to get once again 120. This is second one. Third one. In the same question, third one again. For I in list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. P is equal to P into I, where P is equal to 1. Print P. What is the answer of this one? Same. Now P is equal to 1, I is equal to 1, while okay, I is equal to 0, because index based on the index I'm going to work. I is less than or equal to 5, not equal to. If I'm using equal to means I have to take 4, otherwise less than only, less than 5. So otherwise here less than or equal to we have taken. So here also we'll take the same thing, less than or equal to 4. What is the difference means here 1 you have considered, here you are considering 0. 5 means 4. You are just decreasing one number because we are starting with index. So P is equal to P into L of I, where L is with respect to whatever the L is equal to list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you are going to take I is equal to I plus 1 and print P. What is the answer of this one? For getting same answer, I have written 4 programs. 2 programs using for loop, 2 programs using the while loop. Answer is same. I will write the 5th one now. Not 5th one, 6th one, 7th one, 8th one. 9th also positive. If I start writing like this, very simple. Instead of list, if I take a tuple, what is the answer? 6th. This is 5th one, this is 6th one using tuple. I will change with respect to 6th. Like this, I can write for getting 120 only, I will write 12 programs. 12, 14, 16, 16. Okay, 16 I can write. I can show you 16 programs as of now directly. For getting same 120, back end also same to same. P is equal to P into I. That is common. That will not change. That will not change. For example, I am writing as a string. String is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a string. String I will keep as it is, but within the string, I will use the index numbers. Using the index numbers, first I will extract the 1. Since I extract the 1, I will get as string of I. String of 1 I will get. That one I am going to convert as int of string of I. That will I am going to multiply with P and I will key equal to P. Using strings also I can write 2 programs. Using while loop, using for loop. For strings also I will get. Like this, if I start means I can take multiple programs. For the same answer, multiplying 1 to 5, how many ways for multiplying 1 to 5 means total 16 programs are there in Python. That too without break. With break, if I start means infinite, because you can write condition whatever the number you are interested. 14, 140, 200, anything you can write. Inside, but you are going to write if I is less than or equal to 5, break. This is common, but this side 150 also you can write. If 150 if you write also, answer will remain same. 200 if you write also, answer will remain same, because it will already break, right? It will not execute for 200 times. It will break in between only. Infinite number of times you can write. Infinite number of programs you can write. If you use break means, answer will remain same, right? Is that clear? So now, if I execute this code, I'm going to get the same answer as 120. Using the for loop also, we are going to get the same answer. Using while loop also, we are going to get the same answer. Infinite loop. What is meant by infinite loop? Infinite loop means till the condition, never the condition will fail. What is the infinite loop means? Never the condition fail. Infinite number of times it is going to execute a block of code, because infinite number of times the condition is satisfied. Infinite number of times the condition is not failed. Never the condition fails. Infinite number of times the condition is satisfied. So it will execute automatically. Is that clear? Now, x is equal to, so this is also same. Directly you can write while true, or if you write here, 2 is equal to 0 is less than or equal to true. Condition satisfied, 0. Again, it will come back here. 0 is less than, again 0. Every time x is 0 only, na? In this condition, every time the x is 0, x is not changing means automatical condition also will not change. Why suddenly it will convert to false? If x value changes, it has to, every time it will check the new condition. If x is fixed, condition also fixed. Condition also fixed means answer is fixed. Answer also not going to change. Is that clear? Now, next, loop termination. When we are going to do this loop. So, break. So, now please tell me the answer of this one. You execute in the notes. Step by step execution. Which one is if block? Which one is while block? Please check clearly, slowly, and tell me the correct answer. Zero, 1, 2. Option A, 0, 1, 2. Yes, 0, 1, 2. Everyone are writing 0, 1, 2. So first it is going to take the 0. Since 0 is less than or equal to 6, condition satisfied, print 0. 0 will be printed. Next, if 0 is equal to 3, no. But this block will not be executed. What about this one? This is while block. Break is if block, x is while block. So x is equal to x plus 1. Now x is equal to 1. Now 1 is less than or equal to 6. print 1. 1 will be printed. Now 1 is equal to 3. Again, condition not satisfied. If will not work, but x is equal to 2. Now 2 is less than or equal to 6. Condition satisfied 2. 2 is equal to 3. Again, condition not satisfied. So if block will not work, that is x is equal to 3. Now 3 is less than or equal to 6. 3 is less than or equal to 6. Condition satisfied or not? Yes. Now what is the output? Print 3. 3 also will be printed. Now after printing 3, now 3 is equal to 3. It is going to check. Condition now satisfied. It is going to break. Now what is the answer of this one? 0, 1, 2, 3. I will write like this only. I can't see directly based on by seeing itself instantly. I will not tell the answer because I should not say the wrong answer. As a trainer, I have to say correct answer only. Correct answer I can't say directly like that, means I will do step by step execution. If I do like this, 100% I will get the correct answer. There is no other option for me. 100% I will get. Whoever has told 0, 1, 2, now it is clear for them. Instead of staying very fastly 0, 1, 2, as one of the student has told 0, 1, 2, miss, others also already one student has told, na, relax. Already one person has told. Whether it is correct answer, wrong answer, nothing. Since one of the student has given the answer and I also has written that A is equal to 1, 0, 1, 2, miss, others are relaxed. If you execute line by line, what happens? 100% the person who has given the wrong answer, if I ask please can you show your notes, means there will be nothing will be there. Only rough will be there. 0, okay, 1, 2, side. At the corner it will be written like this, and once the program is completed, it will strike off like this. Right? Why to write like that? Why to strike off? If you write in the note center page, step by step, what happens? Pages will be completed. Ink will be completed. What's the problem? If you write step by step execution in your notes, you will get correct answer. That is also a problem for you. If you get correct answer, means. Right? Same question was given in the Microsoft exam. Instantly 0, 1, 2 also will be option. You'll click on that and next only, right? You'll see the option A is equal to 0, 1, 2. Immediately you'll click on the next. Because by seeing itself within 1 second, we want the answer. Or they are going to measure based on the time. They want correct answer, they want quick answer. Quick answer means I can say within 0.0000001 microsecond also we can say. Anything is okay, right? You ask what are the question? Without asking question also, I'll tell the answer, SRK. No need to ask the question also. Answer is SRK. If it is my name, means answer is correct. If it is not my name, then answer is wrong, right? You don't want correct answer, right? You want answer. Answer is SRK. Answer is SRK. You require answer, right? Whether correct answer or wrong answer or irrespective. Answer. Answer is SRK. It is like that. Is that clear? Now, next. Now let us see the importance of while loop. Now there is an interesting question. Okay. Sum of numbers. Just you have to do the sum of numbers. That's it. Nothing else. Not n natural numbers. So just you have to ask the user. Ask user to enter the numbers. Ask the user to enter the numbers. And once whatever the numbers the user has entered, just do the sum. Okay, ask the user to enter the numbers and sum it. And do the sum. That's it. Simple program. This is the interview question. Whether you use while loop or for loop, choice is yours. Ask the user to enter the numbers. How many numbers? I don't know. How many times the user may enter? For example, I may enter 1, 2, 18, 14, 12, 1. you have to give the answer. If I enter only 1, 2, also you have to give the answer. I will not tell how many times I'm going to tell you. How many times you have to ask me till I'm satisfied. I may give one number, I may give 10 numbers, I may give 20 numbers, I may give infinite numbers. My choice. Ask the user to enter the numbers and submit. This is the program. Now, for using the for loop means fixed number. The last number should be fixed. How many number of times the user has to enter? Sir, how many numbers you will give, sir? 10 numbers or 5 numbers, sir? 5 numbers means automatically you are going to apply the for I in range of 5. If I said 10 numbers means for I in range of 10. But I don't know how many numbers I am going to give. I also don't know. I may give 3 numbers, I may give 20 numbers. But you have to add all of them. For example, in the calculator, you are opening, there is a calculator. First you are entering 1. 1 plus 20. It is giving 121. Whether it knows that you are going to enter next number or not, it don't knows, right? Till you enter also, it will execute. Next number, if you enter next number 14, it will print the 35. Next number, if you execute, again it will print, again it will print, again it will print. It is going to continue. Till how many times it is going to continue? Till you enter the value, it is going to continue. When it will stop? Automatically, when you are not entering any value, it will stop. Now for this, how you can write the program? This is the question and this is the requirement. Now what I am going to do is, I know the sum it. Sum is S is equal to S plus I, where sum is equal to 0. Fix. In my mind, first one, this one is fixed. Sum of numbers means S is equal to S plus I. That is sum is equal to sum plus I. Initial the sum is equal to 0. This is fixed. No one is going to change this one. Now the question mark is, how first ask the user to enter the numbers. Now what I'm going to do? Ask the user to enter the numbers. How many times the user is going to enter the number means I also don't know. So while true, infinite loop. I also don't know now. Ask the user to enter the number. So what I'm going to do? I is equal to input of enter the number. Enter your number. I'll ask the person to enter the number. Okay, I'll ask the enter the number. So the user is going to enter some number. For example, he has entered 4. It is going to be the string of 4. Now I have to convert this one to int. So int of string of 4. Okay, first number was collected. Now what I have to do? S is equal to S plus I. Summation S is equal to 0. Now 0 plus 4, total is 4. If I print S means it is going to print the 4. Now from here, again it will come back to here, right? Again it will ask the user to enter. Again it will add. Again it will ask the user to enter. Again it will add. When it will stop? When it will stop? There is no stopping for this because it is an infinite loop. Never it will stop. It has to stop somewhere. How I have to stop? I'm going to write some condition. If once the user has entered all the values, if the I is equal to hash, if the I is equal to hash, break. I'll write like this. If I is equal to hash, break. What is meant by hash? Hash means once the user has entered all the values, he has to execute the hash. Now how the user will know that one? User don't know that one, right? That one also I'm going to print here. Print. What I will write is, once you enter all numbers, once you enter all the numbers, print, once you enter all the numbers, enter the hash. This I will write like this. Okay, now the user will understand. Okay, after entering all the numbers, last one I have to click the hash. Now he'll enter all of them, and once he press the hash, it will break. Now, okay, sir. First one, for first value, he has entered the 4. Okay, starting value 4. 0 plus 4, sum is 4. Sum is equal to 4. Now, after it is not hash, so from here again, where it is going to go? Here. Now, again it will ask the user. Now, 8. The person has entered 8. S is equal to S plus I. Now, what is the last value of S? 4. Now, latest value of I is 8. Now, 4 plus 8. It is going to do the 4 plus 8. Now, I value is 12. Now, again from here, it will go back to here. Now, this time the person has entered 10. Now, S value is equal to, last S value is 12. plus new value of I is 10, which is total is 22. So first 4, 8, 10 completed. Now then the person is going to enter the hash button. 3 values only. What are the 3 values he has entered is 4, 8, 10, and now he has entered the hash. Since the person has entered the hash, immediately it is going to throw the error because int of hash will not be converted. So answer is wrong. Now what I have to do? Now in this case, just I'm going to change int of here. Instead of considering int here, I will consider the int here. S is equal to S plus int of I. Now hash will be executed successfully here. Now since hash is successfully executed here, int of I, now here the problem is there, right? Hash will have problem here. Now what I'm going to do, this line, instead of writing here, I will write here. S is equal to S plus int of I. Now what happened? Now first the user is going to enter 4. Since the value is 4, it is not equal to hash. So S is equal to S plus int of string of 4. That is 0 plus 4. Total is 4. From here, it will go back to here. First, it will check the condition whether it is hash or not. If it is not hash only, it will convert to number. If it is hash miss, it will stop. Now there is no code problem. Directly, I will not get the idea like this. First, what is the idea? First idea I will get is S is equal to S plus 5. Sum is equal to 0. This is the only first step I will get in my mind. Whenever the person asks me sum, I will get in my mind only this one. Later, I will write accordingly the code. Got the point now? Is that clear? So see here. Now the same thing. Ask the user. So I am going to print that one. Print. Enter your values. Once everything is completed, enter hash. The person should know that one. You have to enter hash also. The person should know. Otherwise, how will you enter the hash? Sum is equal to 0, while true, I is equal to input of. If I is equal to hash means break. If it is not hash means, then add. Now what I am going to do? First I will give the 4, 8. Next value is 10. Now everything is completed. 4, 8, 10. So first 4, that is 0 plus 4, sum is 4. Now the latest value of sum is 4. 4 plus second number, 8. 4 plus 8, sum is 12. Sum is equal to 12. Now sum plus again int of I, that is 10. That is 12 plus 10, it is 22. So now answer is 22. I am entering the hash. Answer is 22. Finally the print sum. If you want to print like this, sum value, sum of all the values is, first you enter the 4, 8, after that 10. Now once everything was completed, now you are going to enter the hash. Sum is 22. Is that clear? Now, if the person has not entered the hash, instead of hash, he has entered dollar symbol or something, you are going to write in the else part. That is, you have selected a wrong, invalid one. You have selected a invalid one. When you are going to write this one, here you have to take before to that, if the number, whatever the I value is whether it is a number or whether it is a hash, only these two it will accept. Without that one, anything is the else part only. That you have to write before itself. Right? Now, so what it is going to do? So here, in terms of once the user has entered all the values, he is entering the hash. Now the same thing, if you call to your customer care will ask with respect to enter your phone number. After entering your phone number, please press the hash button in the backend while loop. Once you enter your phone number, while loop. So what is the code of that one? Means append function. That is list. First you have your phone number is, let us take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is your phone number, assume. Now automatically whatever the value you have entered, first 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, everything was entered and you are entering the hash. So everything will be converted. Whatever the values you have written, that is first you are going to take 9, that is string. Next I, 1, string, 2, 3, 4, 5, everything is string. So just it is going to do the string concatenation. String concatenation means 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So once everything string concatenation is completed, now it is going to convert this one to int. Now your number is this one. Now according to that, it is going to proceed. In that way, it is collecting the information. There, instead of you have written only 4 digits. In the customer care, if it is asking, please enter your number. Once you are enter number, enter the hash. You have given only 4 numbers and enter the hash. It will throw the error that, so number of the digits should be 10, but you have entered only 4 values. Why customer care chatbot is saying that one miss? Because you have written in the else loop, if the number of digits are less than or equal to 10, less than 10 miss, state that it is an invalid input. According to that, they have written the code. Got the point? In the backend, it is infinite number of loop, infinite loop. When you are going to use the infinite loop means you don't know the condition. How many times you are going to use the loop, you don't know the condition means you have to select the infinite loop. Clear? That is the end of the while loop. So for while loop also we are having the else part. Similarly, how we are having the else part for the for loop, while block also is having the else part. If there is no break miss, automatically else will be executed. If there is a break in the while loop miss, else part will not be executed. Same to same. Break, continue, else. These 3 of them are common for both the loops. One is working for each value. One is working based on the condition. Right? Is that clear? Now, earlier you have done the sum of digits of 4 number. Sum of digits of 4 number, that is 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You will get 54. Again, you have to add 5 plus 4 and you have to get the 9. This is assignment number 2, which I have shared you. There you have applied the for loop. The same assignment, now you have to do using the while loop. Question is same, using while loop. Okay? That is your new assignment. Earlier assignment is using for loop. And whatever the programs we have practiced in the for loop, for each code, I want the similar code in the while loop. Whatever the program you have written till now in the for loop, using the for loop, you have practiced it till now 50 or 60 programs, assume. All the 60 programs I want in the while loop. In the notes, how many programs you are having using for loop, each and every program I want using the while loop. There, whatever you can write in the for loop, you can write in the while loop, but whatever you can write in the while loop, you can't write in the for loop. Example is this. Can you write the code for this one for loop, using for loop? Because for loop is having a problem that initial itself you have to give the number of times the iteration. The iterations, how many times it has to select that one, you have to give initial itself. Right? That is the problem in the for loop. Here, if you don't know the number of iterations, means just go with the while loop. While loop with that to infinite. Infinite number of times, automatically it will only select. In between, whenever your condition satisfied, automatically break. Is that clear, guys? Yes. If you are having any questions, you can ask me. Otherwise, that is the end of the session, and I will upload the notes. While loop notes in both the drives, temporary drive and in the permanent drive. Tomorrow we are going to discuss the most important concept, which is called as function. Function bracket is called as shortcut. If you learn till now